GamesMaster bookends 1992 with its first and second series, and it really became a massive cultural phenomenon. People throw that term around a lot, but this really was. When people think back on the show, it's usually the longest second season on the oil rig that comes to mind. This began in October and went through Christmas into the following spring. For those who don't know, the show took a mix of members of the public and celebrities and set them video game challenges on some of the most popular games of the time. They also did brief reviews of new games, doled out tips and cheats, and wrapped it all up in this mildly subversive, naughty humour from the one and only Dominic Diamond.
Okay, then can you take your pistol out of your holster and begin the game? You fast piece, alright, I will.
The show was powered by the roaring success of the arcades at the time of the Mega Drive and the Super NES, and in turn, it powered their sales, and it put it all on tea time telly on Channel 4. Gaming was no longer this weird secret thing, it was there on the TV, and it felt a bit cool because of all the knob gags.
Right, welcome to GamesMaster's offshore holiday resort, where campers need only pack a joystick, a smile and a change of underwear to enjoy a full week of premarital bliss.
Importantly, there was a freshness and creativity on display from GamesMaster that few other shows of the time offered. And it meant it hooked a huge number of young people desperately looking for something new. To this day, one of the standout moments ever on television for me, never mind just gaming television, was the opening of Series 2. When the show started out normally, with the Series 1 credits and formatting, they went on to introduce their first challenge, but with what at the time was quite believable signal distortion, like there was something wrong with the broadcast. They put up a subtitle telling you not to worry about the interference and not to adjust your telly, until eventually the signal went down completely. And it came back with this. I never forgot that series transition. It was so bold. It's certainly something that, at the risk of sounding like an old fart, I doubt you'd ever really be able to do today, playing with the format in such a self-indulgent way. But that self-indulgence is a perfect example of the time, and it's why the show lives permanently in the heads of many people my age. Anyone who talks about video games to any degree at all in any kind of broadcast format, especially those of us from the UK, owe a considerable amount to this show. And if you want to know more about it, I can highly recommend the book GamesMaster: The Oral History. Just finished reading this a little while back, and it's a fascinating insight into television production in the 1990s. An absolute Wild West.